I recently went back home to India, and that's when I realized that I've picked up so many French habits after living in Paris for 5 years. So I thought of sharing with you 9 French habits that I've picked up after living here since 5 years. The first point is la politesse. This includes everything from bonjour, bonsoir, merci, bonne journée, bonne soirée, à bientôt. In my country, it's not very normal to say all of this each time you enter a small shop, or even if you enter the bus or the train. So when I was new here, I of course didn't say any of this when I would enter any boulangerie, and I got really bad stares and people weren't the nicest. But as soon as I started saying all of this, they started being nice. So when I went back home to India, it was so natural for me to say hello and thank you that when I did say it, it was kind of a reverse cultural shock for me because the shopkeeper wasn't expecting me to say that. So it was kind of funny. The second habit that I kind of picked up is waiting in line for everything and forming queues everywhere. So again, in India, there would be lines at bigger shops, but in those really small shops on the road, there's no line really. In France, even in the smallest of the bakery or smallest of the shop, there's always a line where you have to wait. I also realized that French people have a lot of patience. My next point is being over-prepared for all of the administration processes and being patient with it. Because firstly, any administration process in France requires a lot of documents, and secondly, they take a lot of time to process your request. So even to get your carte de séjour étudiante, after you apply for it, it will take you at least 2 to 3 months for you to receive it. So you have to make sure that all of your documents are ready the first time you go itself, or else you're going to have to take another appointment a few months apart and then go all the way again. But sometimes they can also make a special request if you ask them to, and you can drop off your missing paper within 1 or 2 days. So if you're ever in this situation, always make this request because you don't want to wait another 4 months for your appointment. My fourth point is having a work-life balance. And this is an area where French people really do it the best. You'll see that all the bars and restaurants are full almost every weekday, and especially in the summer. So they don't really wait till the weekend to go out and enjoy with their friends. But you'll see a lot of them having apéro on a random Wednesday evening, for example. People working in France get 5 weeks off, and French people really take all of these 5 weeks of holidays. You'll notice that in August, all the Parisians go to the south of France or go out for their holidays. A lot of the shops, bakeries, and pharmacies are closed for 3 to 4 weeks. This is something that I haven't seen in a lot of other countries. The next habit that I picked up is having baguette every day, or just bread from the boulangerie every day. Now, the bread in France is really the best. It's very fresh and it's very healthy since they make it each morning. So a few times a week in the evenings, I like to go to my local boulangerie and get fresh baguette. And I just think it's so versatile. You can eat it with yogurt, with any sauce, or with cheese, just how the French eat it. I also started having more coffee after I came to France. So even in schools and universities or in a workspace, you'll see everyone having their small espresso when they're working. French people drink a lot of coffee. I'm sure other countries drink more than the French, but French certainly drink more coffee than Indians. So I wasn't used to drinking coffee every day even. I still can't drink espresso. I think it's still too strong for me. I have to have it with milk, but I've started drinking more coffee. I have to have coffee every morning just because. You'll see French people having 3 to 4 shots of espresso every day, especially if they are either studying or if they're working, which might be a bit too much depending on your intake. In France, if you go to any cafe and ask for a cafe, they'll just give you an espresso shot. So it's not already coffee with milk, it's just a shot of espresso. So check before ordering if your coffee already includes milk or not, or else you will just be having your espresso. My next point also involves food. So I developed a sweet tooth after living in Paris. I need to have something sweet after I finish my meal. I'm not saying an eclair after every meal, but even something like yogurt with jam or some fruit or some cakes. Now, every time I finish a meal, I have to have something sweet for no reason. Even elementary school kids in France, when they come home at around 3 p.m., they have a goûter, which is snack time. And this is when they also eat something sweet. So they would usually have yogurt with jam or some fruits. My next point is about Parisians being in a rush almost every day. So if you've ever been in a Paris metro, you'll see that people are always walking so fast. But from what I've realized is that even if they're not going to work or to school, or they're just going out, they'll be walking really fast. They'll be cycling really fast. It seems to me that they're always in a hurry to reach their destination, and I've picked up on this habit. I also now walk faster than I used to. I'm always rushing in the metro as well, just to reach my destination quicker, even if I'm not late. And when I went back home in India, I realized that people don't walk fast enough over there, so I was really amongst all the slow walkers. Generally, Parisians walk fast in the Châtelet Mall, for example. But back home in India, people really like to chill and they like to take their own time. This is something that was fun to notice. That's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And let me know in the comments down below if you've been living in France in some time and if you've picked up on some of their habits. I'd love to know. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!